Hey guys, it's Wolf of Valhalla Gaming, and we are back with HellBlade Senua's Sacrifice. Last time we defeated Valravan and got across some of the bridge before we proceeded to get our ass royally handed to us. Anyway, let's see if we can't get through this door. We're trying to get to Hela at this point, so... And the door is locked, shocker. Oh, is it not? Runes. So many runes. See about this one.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Sounds oddly familiar. Not sure what angle we have to be at for this to... Oh, we have to get out on that. Okay, never mind. Don't know what I is doing. I don't know what I is doing. Open this real quick. Oh, locked from the other side. Okay. Whatever. Start this. As always, I hope y'all are enjoying the series. If you are,
the journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find
go ahead and like and subscribe down below.
Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Is there a rune up here in the bow of the ship? Would that be the bow? I can't really tell which way is forward on this one. Oh, this game. The heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies is real, guys. Alright, let's... That looks like it belongs, doesn't it, guys? Oh, come on. What angle do you want me to look at it from? This game is asinine with these sometimes. Fine. I'll look at it from the other side, because apparently that's how you want to be. Well, there's no mistaking that one. See what's out the window. Another rune! Shh. I've not played the game before. Don't tell anybody. Actually, I haven't gotten this one
Hela
before.
possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
The half-rotten goddess. Very well. Let us continue. Lots of wrecked ships. Makes you wonder if all the Viking ships that went down pillaging her, why they're over here.
Oh, Senua. Your father does not hate me. He just fears the souls in the underworld.
Are you sure
See
about
that they
that?
are already afraid. But I am their healer, and I must answer their cries for help, even if it displeases him.
But didn't they... Pretty sure the dad hated you. Get more of that storyline later on. Never noticed the detail on her sword. It looks really nice. So I hope y'all are enjoying this series. If there is any other games, hope y'all let me know down in the comments below. I'm really enjoying playing this game with y'all though. Oh, just let me jump down. Oh, come on. How much more of that? There we go. Jeez. Some of the ruins are a little ridiculous. Nope, here we go. Oh, that's pleasant. But we gotta cross the bridge, so let's go to Helheim. Let's go face Hela. I think we're ready.
The gate is opening. It's coming. That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Well, that was over fast.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed.
Well, that's not very nice.
Thinking. Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. just
Do
like
it.
your
Go on,
sword.
do it. Come on. There.
I'm not quite sure that wound needed cauterizing. Wasn't that bad of a bleed.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
That was weird. My audio stopped for some reason.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. What's happening? Go towards it.
Okay, well, we're not dead. Certainly not living too well, though. Don't really have a weapon anymore. Does not bode well for future encounters. And now we're under the bridge. I'm just looking for ruins right now, so... Was that the bridge? Yeah, okay, so that's where we got knocked. We didn't get very far. She did not knock us down very far. Oh, come on, Senua. Get around the... Jeez. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, girl.
There it is. You're imagining it's Dylan. He's got you. It's not slow. How could you keep going? How could you keep going? Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you.
Can we just...
Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow.
What did you do to your rib cage? You got knocked into the water. She got bashed against the rocks, I guess. This place does not look very fun to land. Oof.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of
At least
that.
now we can run a little bit.
Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains.
Orkney.
That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Don't want to miss any of the runes. Not sure if there is even any over here, but if there is, I don't want to miss them. Oh, there's a face.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Getting some reassuring words from your dead mother. Nice.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind. Where's the truth?
There he was,
Where is it?
the lone figure of a boy.
He's there. Under the tree.
Saw it lay under the shade of a tree.
See it? Hey, come on. You have to
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him.
You have to keep doing it because we
The glue lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
I think we missed a rune there. Definitely missed the intro of Sigmund. Right up here. That's the doorway to Hela. This is where we got knocked off, I think. No getting through this. No getting into that just yet.
The Northmen tell of
Oh.
a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out in Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Okay, so we have the intro of Sigmund now. Guess the rune was just a little backwards. You know, most horror games I wouldn't look into a drain, but I'm trying to find these frickin' runes. Make sure we're not missing anything. Go on the other side of this boat. I'm glad I did.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured and Siggeir has them buried alive.
It's a little incest. That happens a little bit in Norse mythology, I suppose. I mean, Loki does give birth to a horse. And a wolf. Oh, there's so much exploration to do. I don't want to miss anything. Not being a completionist, I just want y'all to get the full story. Alright, that may be all for that area. That's a good amount. Let us continue, shall we? Yes, yes.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
And here's the majority of the runes I missed.
As Sigmund and Cynthia are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. But she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Well then.
It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really? You want
Oh, that's bright. God, oh.
You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she
It's a
going?
flashback to Orkney.
What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes
Poor
anew
delusions.
and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up!
Well then. I went from romantic to dark really fast.
Is that you? I'll find you.
Will you?
I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Not foreshadowing the end of the game, I swear.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here.
Nothing lives here.
You won't survive.
But I live here.
You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Alright, so we're getting the runes a little out of order, I think. So that happened, and then the she-wolf licked all the honey off of his face and saved Sigmund.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story.
Wow.
He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Very well. Grom. Speaking of a sword sticking out of a tree.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
That hurt my ears.
It's coming.
Ow.
What are they? Look, where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gram by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands.
So we're gonna do this in a
Face
little bit
the trials.
different of an order. We're gonna circle back up.
It's the metal runestones. It's in front of you.
So we're gonna start at this one and then start going backwards again.
You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find the shards. Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus.
It's a big sword.
Get closer. Can you see?
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return.
I don't want to give up my vision, though.
For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
So we're getting grammar? I don't know how to say that.
Where am I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? Breathe
That
slowly.
was weird. I apologize.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath.
This is eerie.
Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
It's a locked door.
I can't go on. Dillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
This isn't that bad. So I can't really remember doing the trial, so I think I forget how bad this gets.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
I mean,
I've reached
don't
the
throw
water.
enemies at me, I don't
Good.
have a weapon.
That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. Prove that to me in the warrior trial. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
I'll do my best. I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. she's forced to relive it. To what end?
Apologize about how quiet I've been. I'm just trying to make sure y'all get the story. I don't like stepping on it.
There is a house.
This trial is done so well. It's not hard, it's just slow and tedious.
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
And I spoke too soon.
Do you see it?
I forgot about these.
Cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Please, just leave me alone. Not sure if you're following me. Please don't. Okay, that was weird. Those things are weird. Oh no, I forgot about all of this.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Oh. More. It's like 4 of them. That noise is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Alright, so there's that one. Just moved by. Oh, I didn't even notice the one on my left. Please don't touch me. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, made it through that. Is there any more? Can't remember. Forgot all about the trials. Oh, this is awful. Why am I doing this? Is that a rune? Why would they put a rune in a level where you can't see? You know what? Exactly. That's what exactly what I would do.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
Why does my arm itch so much? Oh, it's one of these. Not fallen, Senua. Come on. We're not falling in the hole. Not today. Not today. Nope, nope, that ain't it.
A well.
Yes.
There's a well.
Don't turn back. We're getting
Because
close.
that's exactly what I would do if I couldn't see, is hop into a well. Oh god. One on my left, one directly in the center, another one moving on the left. Got one center, one left. Senua, stop making noises. Okay, I think think we're away.
Lillian, is that you? I can see her.
Maybe?
Yes.
Run towards the
I can
light.
see
Run
it too.
towards the light. Get the hell out of here. Bad pun. Bad pun. Yeesh. I apologize. It's too early in the morning to be making bad jokes.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
That's depressing.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
Hmm.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Oh, that's sweet. So we've passed the trial of no vision.
You did it, but there's more.
There's more.
You're tired, but you have to keep going.
There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to
There's
be
always
easy.
more to do.
You're getting
Where's this one?
Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder,
the god of beauty.
the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods.
It's because Loki's a dick. It's also why we kiss under mistletoe. But I'll let him tell the story. Oh, is this the one I think it is? Oh, it is. I hate this puzzle so much. This one took me an hour to figure out the first time. And when I show you why, you're gonna laugh at me.
What does it see?
Be careful. It's not.
Where are we? What is this?
It's the same.
Different.
It's another world. It's lighter.
It's nicer.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
So, this makes me wonder if this is what
Which is
all of this is like before Ragnarok, maybe? Maybe Ragnarok has already happened?
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and
Oops.
goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
So that's the death of Balder and the beginning of Ragnarok, essentially. Curious to know how I missed that one on the first run, though. Right there in front of me. I wonder if it's not there in the shadow That's how I missed it. Silly me. Bad wolf, bad wolf.
Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe.
It's never safe, is it? This rune right here made me look like an absolute fool for the longest of times when I was doing my first playthrough.
Dillian, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple.
Oh.
Black and
While we
white.
wait on her little...
Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom.
So,
And Senna explored new paths into the
I was
unknown.
like, oh, the rune would fit right there, but it's backwards, and it took me forever to realize I just kind of had to turn around and look on the wall.
He saved you. He saved you. That's you. You owe him. His love keeps you strong.
Not sure where. There it is. Okay.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's
The
gone.
Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
So Loki disguised himself as a woman and asked the mother of Baldur which element hadn't sworn to not hurt him. And she said mistletoe, and mistletoe was then crafted into a weapon and kills him. Long story short, Loki's an asshole. But almost a necessary evil in order for the world to be replenished and rebuilt.
You scorched it, strangled it. The curse cannot be undone.
But what if she was never cursed?
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way.
Curse has claimed Dillian.
There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do
Have to
this.
align
Nearly there.
that.
Just find the way.
Did I miss this one on the first playthrough? I did.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Baldur. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Kill the things that are most
Overcome
precious.
with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? asks Helen.
Years had passed
Oh,
since she
damn
left
it.
her father.
Interrupted the thing.
She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior.
Alright, trying to get the story again.
Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
There we go.
The gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods...
Why do I keep doing this to myself? Oh, that's an easy one. Oh, if it's not so... Why is it not lining? There we go. Now you can kind of see what's going on from that one. What was that? My computer is being so uncooperative today.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. Alright, so let's go change time again. That was an easy fix.
Wasting your time. You have no time for this. Speed up.
I'm going as fast as I can, Mrs. Voices in my head.
Now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you closer to the
Self-doubt is getting really old.
just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle. Could she trust you?
Have a little faith in yourself. Just a little.
What if this is pointless? What are you doing?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his two sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must
Messed
we.
up a little bit and didn't push that one thing down. We're gonna go back and push it down real quick. Change timelines again. I don't actually think we need to change timelines again. Except that I do want that rune that was out here.
Do you know Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel?
I'm just gonna put that there. And change timelines just so I can check and make sure I didn't miss any of the runes in here. Pretty sure there was one up here somewhere. This episode's gonna be long, jeez.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
Where was that rune at that I saw? Oh, it's over there. Okay. I have to come this way. Bound around it. Did I already get this one though? I feel like I got that one.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him
Open
with
the
sword
door and
and
finish
axe.
this.
But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki...
Alright, we already heard that one. Let's open the gate. Yay! We got onto another bridge. Is this his name? This isn't the first bridge, is it? How many bridges are there?
Dillian!
That's a long way to rock across this beam. Alright, let's...
Yes.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbal. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel. You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Simon. No! No! It's your fault. He's disappeared.
Every time we get close, his spirit doesn't like us.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares?
Meh.
Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
The subtitles didn't match the words there.
I lived for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if you're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a
Still trying to get up there.
You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way.
If those voices are ridiculous, can they just be quiet? Alright guys, so unfortunately that is all the time we have for recording today. Thank y'all for joining me. We have made some bounds. Unfortunately, Senua has lost her sword, but who knows, maybe once we're done with these trials, we'll be able to get Grimir, the sword crafted by Odin to kill gods. Maybe then we can actually deal with this darkness properly. Until then, I hope everyone has a great time. I will see y'all next time. She never likes to look at the camera. Bye!